All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this today. Let's show you what you've been missing all along. Get out that tablet and pen. Let's write some things down. Ultimate goal. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds, and I've been standing in front of people online or in person for 43 years. But I make millionaires. You want to be next? Get out that tablet and pen. Don't record, don't take pictures because you got to put it here. Ultimate goal. Now, my journey started when I was born in a taxi. She was 15 and a half, didn't want me. She actually stuck me in the trash can and threw me away. Well, that's terrible. The next family used and abused me too. They dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. But I used that brain God gave me. I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I'm going to show you how I got my first 100,000, my million, and my billions too. But again, I want you to follow through. Write down today's date, please. Then write down the end of the year. See, it only takes 3 to 6 months to get someone to the $1 million dream. It doesn't take long when you know how to. So the bottom line today, there's one of the mansions. All right, 6 of them at the time, 3 yachts, 1 of the big buildings, and 1 of the Lamborghinis too. They also call me the millionaire maker. You want to be next? Let me know. Procrastination is the killer of a dream. If you put out something yesterday, today, to tomorrow too, I'm sorry to say, or you got to stop that right away. Now, ultimate goal, time. I don't control it, neither do you. But one thing you got to understand about time, we do control the time that God gave us. We can't waste a second of the day. So guess what? We never know when it's over. Me, I got to die in 2009. Swine flu pneumonia killed me, pandemic 9. Now we got to deal with number 19. So July 4, 2009, we were on the yacht. We took people out to watch the fireworks, then I got to die the next day. So you got a choice today. Can you write down Getting Past Go, please? I'll show you basically the Lamborghini collection, the Duffy's 6 mansions, how I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981. I just want to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. On top of that, I parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours? Helicopter, the largest U-dock in Huntington Harbor. Don't forget about the yachts. What about the Ferraris too? Write down Ray's rules. Simple to say, simple to do. Look at me, I'm dead. 5:41. I got to hear the doctor tell me I'm going to die. He told it to my wife, she screamed her head off. Then someone we trusted tricked her to sign a POA that day. So today I want you to focus, I want you to learn and pay attention. I'm going to give you some rules and tools and secrets. Things you never heard before too. Your lack of knowledge is why you bring the pain home time after time again. Or it's why you basically do it all the time. We're going to stop that right away. You're going to write down some rules and some secrets today. Is that okay with you? Now first we got to look at the federal law. Federal Trade Commission says flat out, credit repair is a scam. It's a fraud. They're not allowed to collect money up front, but they do it all the time. On top of that, basically it's not broken. It needs to be what? Rebuilt. All you got to do today is Google the Credit Services Act 2. They'll also talk to you about the Credit Repair Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. What are you supposed to do now? Well, I'm live in person or online for 43 years. I build relationships and dreams. The ultimate goal today is you're going to write down some secrets step by step too. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck. I'd like to play with you for at least 90 days. Is that okay with you? Ultimate goal, I've been teaching rich and famous people for 4 decades. Bottom line is today, let's teach you how to play. You got 4 ways to get to the millionaire status. Number 1, you can win the lottery. You can inherit the money or get a big raise. All right, the bottom line is most people waste that money away anyway. How about I rebuild you anyway? I'll make you the millionaire dreamer. Is that okay? I'll even make the millionaire maker for you. Bottom line, there's only 1,000 steps to do. That's all you got to do. And I like to do the work for you anyway. See, I don't want you to mess up my 100% success rate. Here's the first 25 steps. You ready to write them down today? Go to raisecredit.com, clickety-clack, get your credit reports for free. That's step number 1. Give me the report numbers in the right-hand corner. That way I can make your score go up, up, and away. Ultimate goal, please pull out your Social Security card. Can you do it right away, please? See, we were told to get an SSN, Social Security card, as we were teenagers, to get the job. Well, we got the job, then we created our own 1040 tax return, because that's what we were told to do. If you pull it out today, step number 2, it'll say do not laminate, do not use for ID purposes. It says flat out it's not even your card. Ultimate goal, 90 working days, I can make anybody's score go up and away. All I need is a report number, step number 3. No case goes past 180 days, unless you mess up on your side, not my side too. Now let's understand, I created a program years ago. It's called Rapid Refresh. What it does is it blocks basically all the bad credit you might have, and I can push your score up and away in about 90 working days. Ultimate goal for you, here's an example of 487. They don't have any credit until I build them a card, unsecured card. See, I'm an affiliate, so I get to build credit off my credit for you. Even though if they have a 586 and a bankruptcy, no credit at all, there's another card as well. So today, your ability is to rebuild your credit. I got a do-it-yourself book and CD. I got a class on Saturday too, or we can do the work for you. You decide today. But if we call it credit rebuilding and rapid rescore, the office usually charges $9.98. That's okay, but I'm going to give you a discount during the webinar. Ultimate go on Saturday, my 8 classes I usually have live. You get to go to one if you want to, called Education Analyzation. You don't have to go, but you learn more reasons and you learn more secrets too. Ultimate go within 90 working days. Your score up and away, no more past 180 days. Ultimate goal is this. I like to do is always give you cash credit back. As I rebuild you, I'm going to pop you a credit card for $1,000. Be in the beginning, middle, and end. Doesn't matter to me. Ultimate goal, that way you reimburse yourself and have no more excuses. So today, I want you to understand, during the webinar, it's $4.99 half price, and you get a $1,000 card anyway, twice as much money back to you. But again, you're guaranteed a 750 credit score. From there, you got a written guarantee as well, money back. And I got to tell you about Zelle. See, Zelle's a program that they can transfer money. You can do it right away without any hacking, because credit cards get hacked, credit bureaus, and companies too. So this next page, take a picture of this page, please. On Zelle, I am the recipient, Ray Reynolds, that's me, ray@raisecredit.com. Or you can do a bank transfer deposit. But again, next I need you to do number 4. I want you to call the phone number right away, 888-567-8688. I want you to opt out for 5 years. You see, this will get rid of all that junk mail and half your robocalls too. Next, I need you to plan the problem. The problem, I'm sorry to say with you, you didn't plan the problem and you got someone that knocked you down, got in your way, and took it away from you too. Probably your friend or family member, by the way. Now let's look and write down safety credit. The 2 cards in my hand are $50,000 apiece. Here's the problem that they don't want to tell you about. Doesn't matter if it's Credit Karma and credit bureaus, they've all been indicted too. If you take a credit card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. So on every card you got in your personal wallet today, put a sticky. Write down the limit. What's 25, what's 29%? Then when you jack it up, you dropped the score, got stuck, couldn't get any more. Keep in mind you shouldn't be using your personal credit the way you do anyway. Now write down line of defense. Your city today, didn't matter if it's grocery stores, Bank of America, B of A, or Chase. They've all bankrupt locations before a pandemic. They bankrupt, wrote off on their taxes, and got a tax credit. When you brought the pay in them, all you did is go boo-hoo-hoo. Now here's something they can't lie about to you. Every credit card at 0 to 29% is in the green. 30 to 49 is in the yellow. 50 and that above is in the red. So you control your credit score, nobody else but you. But if you put the sticky behind the card and learn the discipline, never bring the pain home ever again, you can learn how to play. But then you're going to learn Ray's secrets starting today. Ultimate goal, that's step number 5. Next thing is when it happens with me, people who lose their job and income or have an emergency, what do? Simple. They always run out of time and run out of money. And then they jack up their credit in 42 days. I want you to quit using the wrong money, please. Don't bring the pain home, never hurt your family again. Your goal is, let me repackage your house, your car, your bank account. Not hard to do. Kind of like when I built credit for my cat years ago. I wanted to prove it had 9 lives like you. Egg Magazine, how to finance anything by using plastic to finance your business. So corporate credit, we can write off the interest rate in the credit card. Up and away. A division screws up, we can write that off too. Just like the grocers or the bank get to do. Nothing to lose and everything to gain. What a concept for you. Now let's pretend today you need a $5,000 car. Now. You got an emergency. You need $5,000. Go ask your friends, family, in the bank. They're all going to say no anyway. The average person wastes $50 every other day. Probably you too. If I max out this $5,000 card in my hand, the one on the screen, the payment's $50 a month. So the average person wastes $50 every other day, and this card for safety credit's $50 a month. See, the discipline could help you too. They also say you waste $140 a week. If that's true, that's $600 a month. By the way, that represents $50,000 line of credit. If I max out one of these cards today, the payment is $612.26. So what the average person wastes in a given month, that $50,000 card, would have bought you 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through. Stop wasting money. Quit bringing the damn pain home. You never had to in the first place. Step number 6. So today, let's reach all your goals. Is that okay with you? I reached all mine by the time I was 26. We're talking 2.6 billion under corporate structure, by the way. Ultimate goal, believe in yourself. I believe in God and I believe in me. The ultimate thing, when I broke the world record for the highest kick in 1981, I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. Remember, somebody around your life probably said, you can't do this or that too. Do yourself a favor. Remember, God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe, and go get it? Now we got to go back to your SSN, how we all got started as sheep. And now we're a bunch of ducks. You see, you got your SSN to get your job like I did too. We're going to get that big paycheck. And what happened is we planned all the bills we're going to pay that week too, but then the paycheck was half as much. What happened to the check? You forgot. IRS public record. They get your cut before you get the leftover. That's just the way the game is played. You got to know the rules and the tools how to play too. Tax, quack, 1040. And when you die, it's called probate too. See, we're only entitled to one SSN, by the way. So today, I'd like you to understand, we are the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. So do yourself a favor, write down and raise rules one more time. But this time, write down 100,000, because that's what I like to give you. But remember, the rules are simple. Don't use more than 29%. This would give you 71,000 of safety credit in case blanket the fan, lost your job, or a pandemic for 19 months. So remember, when you take the money and credit from your family and you roll the dice, I'm sorry, all you do is screw up and bring the pain home. Write down, never bring the pain home again. All right, you're going to start using the right money in the first place, so you're not going to bring that pain home ever again, because we're using Rage Rule step number 7 today. Ultimate goal, we get to play. We all have a sad story to tell. My first coma, 5.5, I was told I was crippled for my life. Last coma, I got to die in 2009. There I am, dead, 541. But God let me come back and play with you. You see, there's one of the 3 yachts, one of the race boats. It got my name on it too, and the largest yacht dock in Huntington Harbor. Here's the address, and in that picture I was dead. They're asking my wife if I'm a donor. They're going to rip out my heart. But luckily I said go back right away. So I got to come back and get to help you. Now what did I do? I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. I put my score back to an 820. Then I popped a credit card up to $1 million again. Please tell me how you're going to go get this. Please. You're going to win the lottery? You're going to inherit the money? You're going to get a big raise? I bet you it's faster if I rebuild you. What do you think? Average case is 90 working days too. Ultimate goal, write down 5 closet divisions. You see, rich and famous people, grocery stores and banks and cities do this every day. All you had to do is have a backup for you. Pull out a closet division. Do it again and again and again. You never had to bring the pain home, by the way. But you should have learned those secrets at 18 years old. Ultimate goal, God's delays are not God's denials. So what do we get to do? What if I write you a check for $1 million right now? What are you going to do with it? Most men piss it away. Then they're broke the next day. Let's remember, if you put that check in your personal bank account, you keep $375,000. You pay tax on the rest, and you pay tax on the interest you earn too. Now, if you put it in a corporation, that's a good thing. You absorb the money, pay all the bills first. But a corporation can have a pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance policy too. SS4 is the opportunity for the dream. We only get one SSN. But an SS4 corporation division subsidiary more. Bottom line, it's called winning the battle. So you can learn Ray's secrets, but here's the problem. All right, step number 8. When you spend all that money in a corporation, you're still broke. What you should do is learn how to leverage it times 5, tax-free, and you'll never run out of money ever again. Isn't that be kind of fun? Now, Mary's nice. She's an Ivy Leaguer, $250,000 a year. But she started her business, and she did what? She hired the attorney and CPA. Oh, goody! You think they really know anything about being an entrepreneur? Hell no. What did she do from her 810 credit score? She used $98,000 and dropped to a 591. Now, because the attorney and CPA sit there going, beep, 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 that's all, folks. She's getting ready to lose her house. You got a way to play the game if you want to. Grocery stores, banks, Sam's Club, doesn't matter. They all play the game. They don't like this location. They bankrupt it, suck out the assets, write off on their taxes, and get a tax credit. See, they're using a branch number and a tax ID and a subsidiary. What I wrote for you in 86 was a division and a tax ID. Step number 9, by the way. Ultimate Go Cities filed bankruptcy too. Right after I heard that, I went down to the court building. I was there off and on for about 90 days. I want to know how they play that game too. The United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 corporations called states. And the states set city corporations called cities. So right in front of you, they're doing the line of defense. They planned the problem too. That's why they invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. But you bring the pain home every time you go boo-hoo-hoo. No more bad days. We're going to play. Apple in 97 was bankrupt. They're out of business. Mr. Bill Gates got indicted 4 times by our lovely government too for being so damn smart. What did he do? He wrote a check for $150 million and saved their assets too. And you know they are now worth trillions of dollars and they don't pay tax at all. You got to learn how to play the game. I told you get your SSN out. Did you do that? Remember, that's to get the job. So the bottom line is we got our SSN for the job. Can you write down SS4 now, please? Write it down. So we're entitled to one chance and everybody screws it up. But an SS4, corporation, division, subsidiary, more, why don't you understand on that SS4? Gives you multiple chances to try to win. Now, understand, write down the word bankruptcy. I got no intent to defraud, neither do you, but you have the intent to protect your family. All right, let's write down Google bankruptcy today. The page is going to come up like this. 1 SSN, but then it says SS4. Corporation, division, subsidiary, more. Ultimate goal, step number 10, I can learn to win again and again. Here's our life. SSN equals 1040. Tax, probate 2. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 right there in front of you says banking and credit purposes. So here's the IRS public record. We all get an SSN, but an SS4, we don't have to be a duck anymore if you want to learn how to play. But that's up to you too. Ultimate goal, we get 1 SSN and we're all a bunch of damn ducks. But I get an SS4 times 4 and more again and again. I keep trying not to hurt my family. Winning the battle. All right, how are you going to do it again? Oh, you're going to get the lottery tonight. You're going to inherit the money and get a big raise. Why don't I just rebuild you, because it's faster if I do it for you anyway. Ultimate goal. Here's what I heard. I was 7.5 years old. Being dropped off Redondo Beach Pier since I was 3. 6:30 in the morning, being out of a trash can, stealing and begging off the pier. They had a poker game every Wednesday night. And you know what they said? A corporation's a legal person? It's not legal advice. Hell, it's Chapter 18. I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department the next day. I asked the lady, what does this mean? All she could say, this is a microfiche book. I thought I was back in Mayberry. I read the book, and I got pissed off. I wanted a blueprint, rules and tools to get out of hell. I went back to that library almost every day till I was 9.5. Then I set up a little money order. Secretary of State of California. It came back as Helping Hand Industries. 100,000 in the mail. Damn, what worldwide got named in the movie Dave. See, a corporation's a legal person. May sue or be sued. It's right in front of you. But again, someone's going to ask you if you remember the Better Business Bureau. I always ask them, have you Googled BBB got busted? All right, if you want an A rating, it's $615. Sometimes they have a blue light special too. You see, they won't be blackmailed. Tell me, 10 million companies too. They don't want to pay the money. You get to buy the rating score. Doesn't matter if it's Walt Disney, KBC, or Wolfgang Puck. You see, of course, they say get out of the city. They got indicted federally. Then they changed their name to Business Alliance too. So remember today, 2020, and CNN will tell you the BBB's a fraud. That's not me, that's them. Now, 2019, Rich and Famous People too. Profit and nonprofit corporation, what I did for them, I can do for you. So remember today, 4 decades helping rich and famous people never bring the pain home. You can learn the secrets if you want to. Ultimate goal, like when I set up a program called for people coming out of prison. Simple, all I did is make sure they don't bring the pain home again. Redo their credit in 6 months or less, like Freeway Ricky Ross, gold and a platinum card too. Ultimate goal, up to $1 million paid over time. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. And I rebuilt him in 6 months. Now he's in the dump truck business, doing millions of dollars a year, even last year too. Beat your doubt, run your own race, please. That's step number 11. Ultimate goal is simple. Getting past go. God's gift. I can show you the mansions at the time. Race boats, yachts. Where you park yours, I park mine in the backyard. Lamborghini building, helicopter too. See, you could play the game if you want to. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 40 years ago. Everybody gets to win by playing the race secrets too. Remember, I was at the Bonaventure for up to 32 years. Every Wednesday night, I held a line around that hotel to get hold of me. The office sells the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Buy 12 books and CDs for $999. Webinar price today is $299. If you want it, use me, Ray Reynolds, at RayRaysCredit.com, and you ship it right away. Now, please change your driver's license today. I'd like you to say P.O. Box or mailing address. I'd like you to protect your ass. Use Ray's rules and never bring the pain home again. Look up the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. Ultimate goal, that's step number 12. You see, I created divisions for a reason, for multiple functions. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Separate pieces. And on top of this, every cash right for every division. See, a corporation, as I showed you, public records, a corporation is a legal person. So are divisions too. So that means if I get you a $1 million card paid over time, my next question, would you like 9 sister cards too? So that way it can be up to $1 million to $10 million. How about a piece of property per every division? How about a franchise? So rich and famous people, grocery stores, banks do this every day. One gets screwed up, you got 8 more to go, and you set up another one too. But the bottom line is up to you. Keep in mind, very simple. You could become the bank, buckets of money and tax balancing too. But again, if you want to play. Now we got to look at your car today. Remember when you bought that car? You let someone sweat you for hours on end. You lost $5,000 up to 9 inquiries too. You only allowed 6 inquiries every 180 days anyway. But what did you do? When they hand you the piece of paper, say, will you fill this out so we can pull your credit? You fill that out and say, I'm a sheep. You got to stop that. Raise rules. You write down next to your signature. Last one inquiry, you take a picture. That's step number 13. Ultimate goal, your card should be tax ID and division. All right, at fleet price. Never shows up on personal credit reports, and it's a full corporate write-off. It's not your car. But today, you got to learn the secrets how to play. Keep in mind, the IRS, if you got a repossession, can give you a 1099-C too. That's no fun for you. So if we take that car to the grocery store or the bank today, a little bumpity bump, what's going to happen? They're probably going to sue you and take everything you got. What if you were to transfer or get new cars in the future, registered owner is a division versus you not being a Doug? Isn't the goal at the end of the day to try to make sure they get diddly squat? Why not? But again, it's your choice. That's step number 14. So today, it's like when I had all those houses at 19. They told me I could get number 18. I transferred to divisions. Freed up my credit report and separate liability too. See, your paycheck should be a break even. Corporations never pay tax till it makes a profit. So when Amazon pays zero tax on 10 billion, a trillion, it's because you want to pay tax. They didn't pay tax. Why did you? They're playing the game. And please don't say the word loophole. That doesn't exist. They're doing exactly what they're allowed to do. They do pay tax on property tax, gallon of gas too, like you and me. 3 of them have so much money, they got their own spaceships now. Which one are you going to go on? This one, or the other one I'm going to show you too. Remember, they're only doing what the Internal Revenue Service allows them to do. You can complain or you can join the club. Learning Ray's secrets starting today. Up to you. I said, like him, he's got his own island. He leases it out. All right, writes it all off and has spaceships too. Which one would you like to go with next? Who's going to go to the moon? But again, it's like borrow money into the corporation untaxable. Carl's got $1.2 billion in Bank of America and leverages the money left and right too. Ultimate goal is not hard to do. So keep in mind, if you spend all the money even under the corporation, you're broke. If you leverage it by 5, tax-free, you never run out of money ever again too. All you do is maintain a little payment. And the corporation writes that off as well. Now Saturday this class is from 7 a.m. in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon live. You're stuck with me again and again learning more Ray's secrets. So if all you want is a 750 score, okay, I'll do the rapid rescore. Okay, very simple. I'll tear apart the credit reports for you. I'll push your score up to 750 guaranteed. Now the office wants $9.98. On the webinar, I give you half price. You get to go to a class on Saturday if you want to as well. So you get the $1,000 cash card as I pop your credit off of you, and then you get a half payment during the webinar with me, $4.99 if you Zelle, and you get a money back guarantee to a 750 score. If you don't Zelle during the webinar, call the office. They'll just ask you for $9.98, step number 15. So today, all right, Zelle information, Ray Reynolds, that's me, recipient, ray@raycredit.com, bank transfer deposit. Now remember, on Wednesday and Saturday, I do a class at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in the morning. So what happens is a corporate setup class, how to name the corp, what type to pick, what venue to pick in level 1, how to do division step by step 2, and buy at wholesale price. So the ultimate goal, if you want to go, you can go Wednesday or Saturday or both for 30 days. You get to play and learn more secrets from me. So if you have a corp, I'll build that one. If not, I'll give you the starter package for Maine, or the beginning one. Credit rebuilding, rapid score, articles, also tax ID set up in level 1. Ultimate goal, give you $10,000 of cash credit back to you. The office charges about $2,000. I always give you a half price of $9.99 during the webinar, and 10 times credit back to you. Now if you want $25,000 of credit, it's simple, it's called Millionaires in the Making. And what happens is you get 10 times money, because the office sells it for $5,000. I give it for half price of $2,499 to you with $25,000 of cash credit. And all you ever had to do is Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. That's pretty simple to do. So I would like you to run your life through a corporation or in conjunction. But you're the grown-up, you do what you want to do. That's step number 16. So today is pretty simple. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. So that all says taxes. But the bottom line today, you get a paycheck. It's tax, so goodie for you. You see, you pay the payment, the gas, registration, insurance on the left of your paycheck. You could say no and start driving a company car too, but that's up to you. Ultimate goal, that's step number 17. So today, why don't you get a copy of an SSN form? It equals 1120. It says banking and credit purposes. It says IRS public record. So the reality step number 18, go to irs.gov, download an SS4 form for you. Look at the 26 ways to use the form. You don't have to stay being a quack and a duck. So today, the United States of America Incorporated. I love the USA, but they set up for 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called cities. So they created a line of defense right in front of you. And you didn't let anything besides life pass you by? I wonder how many regrets would you'll have for the day you die. Remember, they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. just in case something happened, they can bankrupt the debts of a city and stay in business today. You are we the people, by the way. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, printing money 24/7, every hospital was federally mandated that any woman who delivers a baby within 3 hours or less is handed an SSN form. So they can basically put the baby in the stroller, the car seat, and go home. She don't sign the SSN form, she's not taking that baby anywhere. So remember today, online you're going to see some websites. You don't have to guarantee. I'm sorry, that's called blah, blah, blah. It's BS. Do you get cash credit cards, lines of credit for cash, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards too? You got to be a qualified CFO. That's just the truth. If you look at the trade line things, please don't do those. Remember, the Fair Lending Act will tell you, I don't want to visit in prison. So if you listen to me and I build your credit for you, corporation credit, interest rate line of credit, and credit cards and line of credit for that too, division messes up, what do you get to do? You get to write that off as well. In other words, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. But again, that's up to you. Step number what? All right, being the CFO you need to be. Winning that battle starting today. You got to learn more secrets in this step of the way. When you bought your house, I hope you did raise rules, right? Escrow, close, homestead, put it in a trust. Oh, you didn't do that? So all of a sudden somebody sues you, they take it away your house. You die, it's stuck into probate, and your family got diddly squat because you're not paying attention today. Oh well, maybe you'll turn these up. You never know. Could you imagine when you hire a contractor, they hire a subcontractor that's down outside Home Depot? Good workers, but what if they slip and fall and sue you? Take everything you got too. You see, if you wanted to, you could plan the problem, quickly deed, pieces of property into a division, do an assignment of equity. At the end of the day, why don't we want to make sure they get diddly squat to try to sue us? What do you think? Why not? I like your irrevocable trust, but pick what you want, because you're a grown-up today. Step number 19. Ultimate goal, if you're playing peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, stop it, please. Corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. If you hypothetically screwed up in the past, go to irs.gov, download a form called 656 433 A and B, get all that free money they're giving away, and get your butt back in the system today. That's step number 20. When you fix up a property, please understand, don't use your money to fix it up. Set up the divisions and buy up to 70%. This way you can pay a bill in 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Escrow closes, it pays off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. So most men kind of waste it away. Why don't we take that $200,000 up to that, and let's put it into raise rules, leveraging money, borrow money not taxable, and set up the line of defense too. Ultimate goal, that's step number 21, called blackjack. All I know is before my coma, helping people every day. The Reynolds University, Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square foot building, factually verifiable. Bank would be there almost every day, going all the way. Keep in mind, when you got money, they always want to kiss your assets. You don't have a pot to, what in, they don't know your name. You need to learn to raise secrets starting today some more. Banks borrow from the feds times 10, up to times 10, loan back 5 to you. Leverage that money from that escrow, raise rules, that would have turned into $3 million of borrow money. Free money. I would have told you to buy McDonald's today for free. But again, how do I get you to listen and learn here? Because you spent so much money on something else that didn't work, that's your fault, not mine. Remember, if you waste all the money, you'll be broke again too. No matter if it's in the corporation, you got to leverage it by 5, tax-free, and never run out of money ever again. It's up to you too. So the corporation should be a management company, managing the divisions, the ducks. Remember, if rich and famous people, grocery stores and banks can do this in cities, so could you. Just don't have any intent to do fraud. The 3-step is disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save a piece, got a bankrupt. Guess what am I going to do? I'm keeping the good pieces in and not bringing the pain home like you. As of today, you're going to stop doing that as well. It's called divisions and tax IDs. Simple. Step 22. Ultimate goal, what are you willing to lose? Family, corp, division? I don't want to lose anything. I want world peace too, but I have no intent to do fraud, neither do you. If we play any game, we have to lose a piece or two. Winners always get checkmate, by the way. Ultimate goal is learning to play using Ray's secrets starting today. So remember step 23, please. So remember today, the Reynolds University and that Lamborghini too. Reach the dream, think to be the impossible. It's easy. Using Ray's rules, never bring the pain home ever again. You see, I make millionaires every day. Would you like to be next? I can teach you all the secrets you need to know. All you gotta do is follow through. How did the 14th Amendment turn corporations into people? The United States of America Incorporated sets up 50 corporations called states, and the city's corporation too. And you're so past due, send them your line of defense for you. Remember today, winning the battle. Make sure you pay attention and learn Ray's secrets starting today. You see, it's like, joint credit makes no sense. Escrow closed, homes they put in trust, buying a house under Ray's rules. Corporation should have $1 million plus of credit. Why not? It's free money. All you gotta do is maintain the little payment. You get to write off that too. So no more excuses. Divisions for real estate, franchise current business, set up the line of defense using Ray's rules and never bring the pain home again. Simple to do. Step 24. Ultimate goal, the office is gonna sell for $9.98. Webinar, give you half price. Remember, there's a class on Saturday called Education Analyzation. Now the average case is 90 working days, but, all right, no case more than 180 days. But if you take more of the time on you, that'll take it longer than it needed to be. Today you get a $1,000 Visa cash card. Half price is $4.99 if you Zelle during the webinar. You'll get a 750 credit score with a written money guarantee, and there's the Zelle information right in front of you. But if you don't, call the office. They're going to charge you $9.98. It's not a bad price too. Now if you don't have a corp, I'll build the one you got. If not, I'll build you a new one. It's called the starter package for beginners. So it's credit rebuilding, rapid score, articles, also says tax ID, set up in level 1 for 90 days. No, it's 30 days, by the way. From there, I want to give you $10,000 of cash credit. Office is going to sell to you about $2,000. I give you half price of $9.99 during the webinar, and I build you $10,000 or more cash credit. So you get 10 times your money back to you. The millionaire in the making is $25,000 of credit. Office sells it for about $5,000. On the webinar, it's $2,499 to you if you sell during the webinar. There's the Zelle. Bank transfer deposit too. Keep in mind today, we got to do our best. First thing, you got to stay safe and strong. Keep in mind today, we do our best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Ultimate goal today, let me get you to the next level, the next step. All you have to do, step number 25, is Zelle bank transfer deposit. Now, if you're going to call the office at 800-510-3338, go ahead and do that right away. 800-510-3338. If you do not do that, that means nothing's going to happen. We got to do our best all through the day and let God do the rest. And never forget, God loves us all.